Hi there, Prey Plant Girl here. Today is potato harvest day again. I'm going to be harvesting the Linzer Delikatess. They're an early variety of potato. And then I have a few more pots of Pontiac that I think I'm going to pull out while I'm here as well. So let's see what's in these pots and find out how these big pots that I used this year, how they turned out. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll remember that I picked up these large pots this year. The city was auctioning them off. They used to be their boulevard pots, and I thought they would be good for planting in. They're a nice large size, and I decided this year to try potatoes, and I have a few pots with some tomatoes in them as well. So the only concern that I really have with the potatoes being in here is, I don't know if you can see, but it really comes in down under the lip of the pot. So that could be interesting. We'll see how that works out for getting the potatoes out. But we're gonna pull these out and see how it goes. So these are the Linzer Delikatess potatoes. This was the first year I'd grown these potatoes. I got them from Eagle Creek seed potatoes, I believe it was. And they're supposed to be a yellow skin, yellow flesh potato, fingerling, early maturing, and they're supposed to be good for boiling and in salads. So we'll just pull the plants up, and there was this one little potato that was sticking out here that's been having the sunshine on it, so I'm just going to toss it with the leaves and stems here. I've already cut these back, so they might not look very full to you. I cut the tops back a few days ago. The plants have been dying back for a while now, so I'm thinking they're done. I planted 4 potatoes in this pot, and this pot is about 2 feet across, tall, wide. It's holds a lot, so getting lots of nice little potatoes out of here already. I actually snuck a few days ago. They're about this size and maybe twice the size of this. I was making kebabs, and I wanted some potatoes to put on some new onions, so I don't know, I grabbed maybe 10, I think. These look like nice potatoes. So if you didn't see me with my planting video, I just put some leaves from the fall that I'd collected in the bottom of the pots. I don't know, maybe a couple of inches, just to block the drain holes a little bit so the soil didn't come out. And then I used a mixture of just peat moss and composted cow manure that I had purchased bagged. And then I've used just an all-purpose granular organic fertilizer, I think twice this year, and I've topped the pots up a little bit with my own homemade compost as they seem to need it. And that's what these potatoes have had. Little babies in there. Okay, so I have another pot here so I can get some of this dirt out of my way. And you might see some, there was some grass clippings I'd put on here for mulch, so. Lots of potatoes in here. They're nice size, nice fingerling potatoes. Oh, there's a whole bunch right there. So you can see how loose this growing medium is with it being so much peat moss. It's really nice for potatoes that way. And I haven't watered it in a few days, so it's dry, which makes nice clean potatoes coming out. They're very nice. Here's that lip, and underneath it I'm finding potatoes. So there's lots of little ones. Oh, that's a seed potato. I've never grown fingerlings before, but I think this is probably, you know, some pretty good sized potatoes for fingerlings. Some of the bigger ones, and there's some really little ones, but I think these are pretty average overall. There's a big one. Well, maybe they do come quite a bit bigger. Oh, scooped up a bunch of potatoes. There's a lot of potatoes in here. This is from 4 potatoes. I was worried about putting all the same kind in the one bucket, but I think with these ones anyways, I was safe doing that. Because that's all I had of these, and I put them all in this bucket, and I was worried, since I've never grown in these before, that maybe that was a mistake, but that's some really nice potatoes coming out of here, and lots of them. There's another seed potato. You can usually tell they're usually kind of mushy or they look like they're rotten anyways. They don't look the same as your regular potatoes generally unless you've pulled them way too early. And this lip, this indentation on this pot doesn't seem so big from the inside as it does from the outside to me, so it hasn't been a problem digging around it either, so that's good. Thinking next year I'll try maybe some pumpkins or squash or some other viney things in these pots, so I'll be able to have a lot of room for their roots, and then nice warm roots with the black pot, and then be able to grow and sprawl all over this gravel area here instead of through the garden. Might be down to no more potatoes. Oh, what did I feel there? There's one more. There's another one. Oh, I spoke too soon. This, like I said, I haven't watered this in several days, and it's been right around 30 or more Celsius for days now, and windy, and there's still moisture down in the bottom of these pots, so that's nice to see too. When you're working with something new like this, you never really know what to expect. I'm not sure how deep I planted these, but I'm thinking I'm down as far as I need to go. One more little go around here, and that seems to have done it. Oh. I don't know how many pounds that would be, about 5 probably. I never weigh them, but let me have a good look. Hopefully you can see that. That's a nice load of potatoes. Bucket goes to there. It's filled all the way around, so that's quite a few in there. Considering I started with 4, I think they were around this size, 4 seed potatoes. And I've got them all the way from little tiny ones to, I'd say about, this is probably one of the biggest ones there. But I think those are nice. They're beautiful potatoes. No blemishes anywhere. So I'll have to cook some up and see how they taste, but while I'm out here, I'll just give you a quick look at the potato bags that I made. I don't know how well you can see that there, but right here is one of those bags that I made. There's a video on it if you want to see how I made the bags, or you could just buy some grow bags, but I haven't dug them up yet, but they're holding up quite nicely. Potatoes in them. And I've got one with tomatoes and a couple more with potatoes, and they're all looking really good, so it's nice to see. Now I have this pot of Pontiacs. These are red Pontiac potatoes in this pot here, and I don't know if they're really actually ready or if they're just not happy in these pots, but they've been dying back for a while now, and I cut them back a week ago. So I'm going to pull them up. They were planted a few weeks later than that other pot I just pulled, and I just pulled up some other Pontiacs that were planted earlier than these, and they weren't looking ready yet, but I'm kind of curious what's going on in here, so I'm going to give these a pull and just find out what's happening in this pot here. Both the pots of Pontiacs, I've went across the little aisle here too, and they both look, they're just not happy. So these are seed potatoes I got from my mom, and I think I threw six or eight potatoes in each one of these. I thought these potatoes would go longer, but the potatoes that came out look healthy. This soil feels a lot harder so far, a lot more compact for some reason. Lots of little ones on here. Potatoes that are coming out look nice. So I'm going to keep pulling these out, and I'll show you what I get when it's all done. Don't want this video to be too long. Well, it looks like the 6 or 8 Pontiacs that I planted yielded me about the same amount as the Linzer Delikatess, the 4 potatoes of that did. Again, they're nice potatoes. They're blemish free, definitely no scab or anything on them. Nice size. Even some kind of bigger ones like this. And of course right down to the little tiny ones. But not a huge yield off of it. This pot seemed a lot drier than the other pot near the bottom, so maybe I wasn't watering it quite the same, I don't know. But not as good of a yield for sure off of this, and it could be just the varieties, you know, different varieties give you different yields. So still nice potatoes, and they'll still be enjoyed, and definitely more than what I got out of it, or what I put in. So still a win in my books. So now I have a nice variety, some of the Linzer Delikatess Fingerling, and then just your standard Pontiac red potatoes. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you think of this, or what potatoes you enjoy growing in your garden. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.